who needs to hear this or if you might disagree with me, but I gotta tell you, not all restriction is bad. Restriction just means to limit something. We can either restrict from a loving place that actually makes you better, but it's also possible to restrict from a place of self-hatred and self-loathing, or just from a negative place. Is it restriction a form of disorder eating? Well, in my opinion, it depends. It depends as to where and how does this restriction come from. What is the intention of this restriction in the first place? Because if we think about it, disorder eating usually, for the most part, doesn't come from a place of self-love. Most times it will come from hating ourselves. Whereas you can choose to put some rules and make certain decisions that will make you better. And that can imply self-restraint or restriction. But you chose that restriction to make you better, to get yourself healthier and look after yourself. When the restriction comes from love, there is no friction, there is no resistance or fight. Hence, there's no overeating or binging anymore. The word restriction is an action. In it on itself is neutral, and the place it comes from makes it negative or positive. The intention, the how, why you do choose restriction matters. Context matters. Is restricting something that is stopping you from getting the best of your life and being the best version of yourself bad? Especially if this is coming from a loving place. You want to do better. You want to be better. And in order to achieve that, you have to put certain rules and certain restrictions in place. Discipline from a compassionate and loving place is very different than discipline from a controlling self-hatred and disgusting self-place. It is important to distinguish between these two forms of restriction coming from the context of self-love or self-hatred. Now, do you agree or disagree with me? Feel free to comment below. What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear them.